Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm unfortunatelly, and this time with a Warframe video. Now, as you know, last week was the Sisters of Parvos update on Warframe, and it brought a lot of stuff. Of course, as you know, all about the Sisters of Parvos Lichs, so I won't be getting into that, but I will be telling you about all the little things that were added or changed that you might find, and maybe you glanced over it, or maybe you don't know about it. So right when you enter the game, there's this cinematic that shows you Parvos and the Sisters of Parvos, and there's there's a little bit of lore to it, but it makes me a little bit difficult to listen to this because in my language, Parvos means idiots. So it's sister of idiots. So the corpus are all idiots to me. So yeah, but the cinematic looks good, and that's all you can take from it.
The will nor the guile to let me guide that brawn.
Now after that you check your mailbox, and the mailbox has a couple of interesting things that you might use. There's affinity booster, as a new Parasol mod that can mimic every other Parasol mod that you need to kill Lichs, which is nice. I hope this mod could even be purchasable in some kind of store or something like that. And you have Forma, and Forma is always nice. Now, as we're in the subject of Corpus, you can then go to the parent sequence to get the new Tenet weapons. Now, the Tenet weapons, there's 4 of them. There's the Gregory, the Livia, the Exec, and the Agendas. Every week they change their stats. For instance, if you have a weapon that has electricity and you want it to have, I don't know, toxic or maybe viral, I don't know if it's in the rotation, you can then go back, instead of getting it that week, go back to next week and see if the rotation brings it towards you instead of just, buying everything at once. It's an interesting change, but I don't know how many people will be actually, logging in every week just to get a different weapon. Most players will probably get all 4 and then modify them as they want to, because you do have mods for this. Now, the bad part about this is that you need 40 corrupted hollow keys for each one. And corrupted hollow keys only drop in void storms. They don't drop from enemies, they're just a random reward at the end of each void storm. And there's only a 30% chance to get each one. Now, going from Venus to the Void, you get 2. Then at Saturn, I think you get 3. At Neptune, you get 4. At Pluto, you get 5. And at the Void system and Void Storms, you get 6. So yeah, it's a lot of grind for this. Not only in repetition, because maybe if you find a fast mission like, say, Exterminate or maybe Spy, you can do it fast, but it might not drop. So you need to do it several times to then get, the amount of corrupted keys that you need. So you need to do this over and over and over again to get the keys, and you need 40 for each one. Oh, another thing is, I don't think defense or survival or any of those endless missions actually makes a difference. You can be 20 minutes in the survival, but it only counts as 1 mission, so they only give you that amount of corrupted keys. So it doesn't really pay off to be in the mission a long time. If at least the chances increase higher, or at least 30% would be for each part of the mission. I mean, if you did defense first wave, 30%, then another one. If you did another round, and on and on, so that you could accumulate as many hollow keys just by playing endless missions. But I don't think that's how it works. I've been trying to get them, and that doesn't seem to work. Next major thing with this update was the galvanized mods. Now, the galvanized mods, you can get them at the Arbitration Honor. Each of them, however, costs 20 Vitus Essence. There's 3 for each type of weapon, so it's a total of 9. So you need a lot of Vitus Essence to get them all. Because I stashed some Vitus Essence before, I could purchase already all the 3. The highest one that goes to level 16, that's the multi-shot one. You can stack multi-shot a lot higher. And, well, they work. That's all I can say. I can say, honestly, that they do work, and they work fine. But, the grind to get all of this, I think they increased the drops of Vitus Essence in Arbitration, but I haven't played it myself, so I don't know how high it is. Last time I played, I got like 10-minute mission, and I got like 3 or something like that. So, unless they boost up like double that at least, I don't know. It'll take a lot of time to get all of them, and then you got to get the Forma, and then you got to stash them all in the same weapon. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of work, but it does work. That's all I have to say. Vent kits now. As you know, K-Drive is one of the main things with this update because of Yoreli. She uses kind of a K-Drive, but the vent kits themselves don't have anything for it. They don't have anything. I didn't notice anything new for the K-Drives really, but they do have the new compressor, the new pistol. You need to buy the blueprints and the blueprints for the parts, which is something I was like, I don't think this was like it was before. No, it looks like kit guns. Kit guns already had this, but regular weapons were just, you get standing, you get the part, the complete part, and then you just build a weapon with a blueprint. But now, no. Now you get the part, you need to build the part, and then you can build a compressor pistol. Another weapon that came with this update was the Ambassador Rifle. I haven't tried it. I am trying to get it, but the problem is it only drops in Void Storms in Corpus missions on Railjack. And it only drops parts at the C rotation, which means you need to stay in the survival mission 20 minutes of each time to see if it drops. Now, I've been trying all weekend to get the parts for this weapon, and I only got the barrel. And this is one of the things that will not change in Warframe. It's just this entire grind and RNG, which I don't like. I think I do let me grind, and the objective may be far away, but I can, with small steps, get to it. Or you put RNG, and I can just spin it this as many times as I want. The two of them together is just frustrating. But I'm getting there. I still have to do a lot of Railjack because reasons, of course. I hate Railjack, but I have to do it because of the update. But yeah, that's the problem with this weapon.
Wipe them out.
Another weapon that came with it was the Parvos polearm, which was a complete surprise to me. Nobody talked about it. I never saw it. I don't know if it came maybe in a previous update and I just missed it, but it's there. It looks fine. You just need to get the bow first to build this weapon. So there I was. Since I was already at the store, I got the bow. I built it, and then I combined it with the caddis, and I built the caddis. So there's a lot of building going on. Now, going back to the vent kits, you now have a vent kits bash lab that has absolutely nothing in your dojo. I mean, it only has your rally parts, which makes me think, if you don't have a dojo, how the heck are you going to get your rally? Did you even thought about it? So, they either have to buy it, or they have to get into a dojo to get the parts and then get out of there. So yeah, I don't like to have this daycare kindergarten in my dojo. I think they should just put the parts of your rally in the Tenno lab and then just add a proper dojo with a lot of stuff in one go when they actually have something. Now, Tenshin has the new primary and secondary arcane adapters, because now the acolytes in Steel Path will drop arcanes for primaries and secondaries, pistols, shotguns, and rifles. I don't know why we needed an adaptated. It's just another thing that we have to grind, and it each costs 15 steel essence, which you will need a lot because there's a lot of guns on Warframe, and if you want to, put an arcane on each one of them, you'll have to grind a lot of steel path gun. I mean, sure, they increase the drop of steel essence in the regular missions, the ones that you can do on your star chart, but also from acolytes. They increase the spawn rate of acolytes, but even so, it'll take a lot of time to get all of this to all your weapons. So in my opinion, I'll just select a few that I use the most, and I'll probably put arcane there, because then you still have to farm the arcanes from the acolytes, and you need 10 to the arcane to be on max. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work. So just strap yourself in, don't burn yourself out, and just enjoy the game. Now, I was kind of hyped to see how this is going, which is the Syndicate armors and emotes. Not the emotes themselves, because this isn't Fortnite and you only do emotes when you're waiting for people at the extraction point. But the armors, I wanted to see what they were. And they don't look good. Most of them don't look pretty bad, really. I mean, there's maybe one or two that maybe I'll get. Maybe I'll have to... one of them I'll certainly have to trade for it. But all the others are just... they look not good. I'm not going to spend any standing on that, really. Also, I already have a lot of cosmetics, so I'm good. One of the things that also came with this update is invigorations. Now, to get the invigoration segment, you need to talk to Sun on Deimos. The invigoration blueprint costs 30,000 standing. If you have that, get the blueprint, build the segment, and then install it in your helmet. Now, in my run, I don't think it's the same for every Tenno, but in my first selection, I got Harrow, Oberon, and another one I can't remember. And I was like, oh, Harrow has a 200% crit chance on melee. And since melee is one of the major things used in Steel Path, I said, oh, okay, I'm going to try it out. Also, it cost almost all of my oxides. So I don't think I'll be using invigorations all that much. I only tried it this time to see how it worked. It doesn't work exactly like I hoped it would, so that's it. Now last but not least, Yareli herself. I have not gotten Yareli yet. I have completed the quests, and I did not like it. It's a bunch of... I mean, I do like the comic idea that the boy is reading to the girl to make her feel better, but the entire thing of doing tricks over and over and over again, just to do this 30 tricks or 5 tricks or kill this people, it wasn't what I was expecting, and I didn't like it. I felt like I was just like this circus animal, just doing whatever the ringmaster told me to do. I knew I was going to use the K-Drive, but I thought it would be like a chase, maybe chasing Yareli's ghost somewhere, or maybe... I don't know, maybe a chase, maybe a pursuit, maybe a race, maybe something that will actually have to progress something, not just small incremental steps and incremental chores just to do this quest. I didn't like. Also, I had to get like 3,000 points, something I never did. I had to look it up on the internet to see how I could get 3,000 points, because most of the time I get like, I don't know, 600, 700 points for each trick, and I'm fine with it. I don't need to do like 6,000. There's a mod that allows you to do 6,000 points, but I was like, why? This has no place in the game. This is a shooting game. How do you put me in a hoverboard that I can use and shoot? Like, you know, Fortnite has this better than this game, or just don't put it there. So I didn't enjoy the quest, but I got it done. So this has been the video. I'm sorry if I ranted a little bit, but I really don't think the update brought anything that I enjoy, because the update revolves around Steel Path, which I think is boring, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. I've talked about this before. Railjack, which I don't like to play. I don't think it's fun. I use the Arkwing. I like the Arkwing, but I don't like to use that big ship, that big bus to do missions. And Lichs, which now have 2 new steps. For the Scissor Parvos, you need to get a random coin and go to the, I think it's Zenith random, you know, the harder one, and do the lowest score at least. Then you followed everything the same as the regular Cougar Lichs. But at the end now, you have to go to Railjack and get on the ship and then kill it there. And I was like, this is just step. They added 2 steps in the beginning and the end, and this is already a chore for me. So I don't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy practically anything with this update, really. And TennoCon is coming this weekend. TennoCon will be on July 17. We did see the trailer for the new war, but I'm not hyped for it, you know, because of this update. It kind of bring me down a little bit, and because the new war, I don't know, it's been teased to us for like 3-4 years, and if it's anything like this update, it'll be just, you know, it'll be a really small quest, really easy quest, and then to get anything that comes with any content that comes, any weapon or any new Warframe that will come with this, the new war update, it'll be like this immense chore for the grind and RNG. So I'm more anxious for it than hope. But TennoCon itself, the devs and the show itself, is always pretty nice, so I will be watching. I hope you watch too. Tell me your thoughts about TennoCon and about the update on the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.